All right, here we are. This is weird, starting OBS and starting a stream. Feels strange because it's been like, I don't know, a couple months at least. Yeah, so we're back. I have been super busy, but today I have time to sit here at this desk and work on a project. And so that I'm excited about. Let me open up this box here and show you what we've got to work on today. So these, by the way, hey, Walter, welcome. Yeah, so these things, I've been printing these on my 3D printer, these little containers. They're actually super cool. They're stackable and they're just the right size. I think they're actually designed for like Lego parts, but they work great for Gunpla parts as well. So I've got everything sorted out here. And I've been working on these parts for a little while. They're all like painted, dry brushed, ready to assemble. Yeah, and what this thing is it's the Master Grade Age-1 Normal, but it's the clear color version that was a Gundam Base exclusive. The Gundam Base pop-up store came to a city that's close to me, and so I drove over there a few months ago and went looking for something different, but I didn't find what I was looking for, and they had this kit, so I wanted to buy something, so here I am. First time ever building a clear color kit, and I don't know, I'm not crazy about the clear color stuff, but this one seemed cool, so we're gonna give it a try. And I'm gonna put on these gloves. It might look weird on camera because they're black. I'm not sure how that will show up, but these parts are all very carefully painted and gloss coated, and my fingers tend to be a little bit oily, so I don't want to get messed up fingerprints on the parts as we work. And so I am going to wear these gloves, which I usually do, right, when I'm working on like painted kits and things like that, things that I am going to enter in a competition or that is going to be a display piece. I just don't think I've ever done that on stream before. So where are we going to start today? Maybe with an arm. I have this all sorted out by section of the kit, so I can really build these in whatever order I want to. So yeah, let's start with an arm. That'll be these bits here. And these ones over here. Set these off to the side. Yeah, so let me get you a closer up view here. These, I'm not sure how they'll turn out on camera. Yeah, looks pretty good. The plastic that came with this kit, I think because the inner frame's meant to show through the armor, since it's clear, the inner frame parts were molded in a sort of metallic looking gray. It wasn't the standard gray that Bandai uses for inner frames. However, I decided that since it's showing through the armor and I wanted it to look even nicer, I gave them a metallic spray airbrushed base coat, and then I did some detail painting on top of that, and then some dry brushing. So there's like some bits here, if the camera will focus, that are different shades of copper and gold. There's some metallic red and blue mixed in as well, in little details here and there. So I'm hoping that once I get all this assembled, that shows through the outer armor nicely, and it looks good. We'll see, because I haven't seen this yet all built. So yeah, we're gonna discover together. And also, there is a runner of polycaps that we're going to need to use at some point as well. And I didn't paint those. Painting polycaps is such a hassle. I decided not to worry about it. I'm hoping that mostly that they're invisible. and we'll see whether that turns out to be true or not. Already there's a little bit of fuzz and hair. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my dust brush. I'm being super careful with this this one especially, to make sure that all of the dust and little bits of fuzz and whatever are off of these parts, because I don't want to trap any of that under the paint or inside any of this stuff, since it will all be visible. See what that looks like. Yeah, so the white transparent parts I'm not super impressed by. They're kind of a cloudy white. I understand it would be impossible to make them entirely transparent in the way that like this yellow is so good, right? It's very transparent. You can see right through it. Same with the red and the blue. The white's a little bit like of a milky kind of white. It's not great, but I don't know that they could have done anything different with it, so it'll be fine. Yeah, so there's some of that little blue metallic detailing there. This slides on this way. Yeah, so the thing about this white transparent, it did actually get more transparent looking when I hit it with a gloss top coat. So I had a gloss coat in my airbrush anyway, because I coated all of these inner frame parts after they were finally, finished and all the detailing was done. And since I had it in the airbrush anyway, I decided to hit all of these outer armor clear parts with it as well. And I think, at least to my eye, it made it look a little more transparent. It's still not great though. All right, we need these two. We need this. And our first polycap. 15. I'm just gonna be happy to actually finish a project. It's gonna be... Oh hey, good morning. Yeah, I was just saying I think it's gonna be maybe at least 6 months, maybe longer, since I've actually finished a kit and been able to photograph it and put, photos on social media and that sort of stuff. I've just been so busy. So this should be fun. I guess the direction here matters. I've got this backwards. I'm gonna be maybe rusty with even my assembly skills here, because it's been so long. Alright, let's make sure that I've got this facing the right way, just because it might matter later on. I guess we could be building the two arms in parallel. But with all the parts cut out and ready to go anyway, it shouldn't be that hard to go back and do the second one real quickly when we finish this first one. Yeah, so I don't know if the camera, if you can see this or not, but you can kind of see that inner frame through this clear milky white. You can't see it as much as I would like. But I think the other colors, the red, the blue, the yellow clear parts, are going to show the stuff inside much better. So we'll see how that goes. when we get to those sections of the build. 16. This goes this way. It's weird. This little cuff part that goes above the hand, this is on the wrist above the hand. It looks like it's upside down. It's not, but that's interesting. I'm also realizing for the first time working on this thing under the lights that I stream with here, that these gloss-coated clear outer parts are very reflective. So photographing this completed build is going to be an interesting endeavor, I think. Like, it's gonna, yeah, I'm gonna have to light it with a lot of indirect lighting or do some tricks to keep it from having reflections all over it in a photo shoot. Oh, cool. See, I sorted these parts out for like left arm versus right arm. I must have swapped those two because this is the one that fits here. Which hopefully won't matter. Yeah, it seems fine. I actually did that so that when I was going through and dry brushing these parts, I could get the angle correct that I was streaking the dry brushing from to try to make sure that it was consistent between parts. So this looks fine though. I'm having trouble with these gloves. They don't really fit perfectly tight on my fingers here, and so there's extra material sticking off the ends of my fingers and it keeps getting caught on parts. I really do want to wear the gloves though so that I don't get fingerprints all over the parts. So we'll tough it out for a bit and then maybe I'll decide to take the gloves off and just have some hand wipes nearby so I can continually be cleaning my hands. Finished Titans and AUG real types, decals and all. Nice. Yeah, I bet for those of you who tune in from time to time in the past and tell me what you're working on, you've probably built a lot of things since the last time we talked, right? Because it's been a while. I have built, unfortunately, nothing. But hey, we're back today, so that's cool. And the other thing is, in the time that I've been building nothing, my backlog has continued slowly to grow. So it's not like huge like it had been a few years ago, but yeah, there's definitely more kits now piled up around me and behind me here in my studio than there had been before. This is also upside down. I mean, it's fine. It's really, this is the opposite of the one we're supposed to be building according to the instructions that I'm looking at, so I'm gonna just, to be perfectly accurate, swap those out. Yeah, you've built about half your Zeta kits. Yeah. Yeah, that's the weird thing about this kit, right? I didn't show you guys the box. Let me see if I can grab it here. Right, here's the box lid. So this is what it looks like when you get it from the Gundam Base. And it actually can build the Age-1 Normal and the Spallo and the Titus. And the way that works is they give you the entire master grade kit for the Age-1 Normal, but then they just give you other runners with arms and legs mostly, and then a couple of differences like skirts and stuff for the other two. So you can't build all three at the same time, but it is, as far as part count, almost like 2 full-size master grades if you account for all the parts. So basically the torso and the head stays the same between the 3 variations, but then you're swapping out arms and legs. And so, like, all these parts we're working on today are just the Age-1 Normal parts, and then over here I have, in this container, I have the instructions for the other 2, which these are just the original instruction books from the master grades, like the full master grades, and you're just supposed to ignore, the torso parts for these. And so all of these parts here are the inner frame parts for the arms and legs for the other 2 variations. So I think this half is the Titus, yeah, because of all the big red chunky armor, and then this half over here on the left side is the Age-1 Spallo. So these are still not painted. It looks like I think I sanded them and they're ready to go, but they're not washed. I see dust on them. So I've got to wash and paint all of those and do all of the same detailing and dry brush treatment that I did with all of these parts. And then I will have the parts to build the other 2 variations. So I'm gonna do that like soon, hopefully, after assembling this one, because I don't want to forget what choices I made in regards to some of the detailing that I did so that everything looks consistent. The Zeta Mark II and yeah, Yakushiki, it's a high grade set that's got those 3 in it, right? All right, let's put this together. I see. So this has a specific orientation. This is supposed to be the front this way. The other thing I was careful of with this kit, because I painted the inner frame a lot, like usually I will, you know, at least base coat and maybe panel line the inner frame of a kit. But like I said, because this one's going to show through a lot of the armor, I wanted it to look a little nicer, so I did some extra paint treatment on the inner frame, and I was very careful, and hopefully this will work out as we assemble. But I was very careful to try to not put too many layers of paint, because I knew that these armor parts were going to have to fit over the outside of it, and I don't want to scratch or damage any of the layers of paint on the inner frame. So we'll see how this turns out, but so far it's fitting together just fine. There's no like super tight fit or anything like that that I'm concerned about. I'm also realizing I'm going to have to... Does it ever show me where to put this shoulder together? Yeah, it's right here. So I'm going to have to build the hands for this thing. And that's going to be a little bit of a problem, because here are the hands in this. And I just pulled out all of the hand pieces for all 3 variations. So there are the hands we need in here, and also hands for the Titus and hands for the Spallo, and I am going to have to try to figure out which one is which. Like, I know the Titus hands are these very large ones, so like these are the fingers of the Age-1 Titus, and these are probably the fingers for the version we're building right now. That boy has big hands. So, I'm thinking about whether I want to try to sort through this right now and figure out which hand parts we actually need. Chances are it's this, and I'm not sure if these are different. Like, I've got a lot of these. I think they're all the same. So I'm going to assume for now that they're the same. And then we're going to get a back of a hand and the palm of the hand. This is the opposite of what we need, though. We'll save that one. That'll be for the left hand. Here's the right hand. Yeah, that seems good. We've got that, and we've got this. Which goes this way. I suppose before I put that on, I should figure out where the thumb is and get that in there. So that's going to be tricky, right? This is one of those 2-part thumbs that has like a joint halfway through, so those might be the tips of the thumbs. Zoom out a bit, and these might be the bases of the thumbs. But there's also, well, let's see. Yeah, there's also those and these. These ones are definitely bigger, so those are definitely the Titus versions of the thumbs. Let's see what else I've got here. Yeah, so it must be these 4 bits here. All right. The gloves have to come off now because there's no way I'm going to be able to snap these tiny pieces together with the extra material. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some like hand wipes so I can keep my hands clean. There we go. All right, so this will be the new plan. I'll just keep one of these nearby, and I will keep cleaning my hands. All right, yeah, so these, I think they're all interchangeable. Just looking at them, they all look the same to me. Yeah, they do. So we will just make 4 thumbs. I assume 2 of them are the hands for the Age-1 Normal that we're working on now, and the other 2 will be the hands for the Age-1 Spallo. Interestingly, they might not be the same. Oh yeah, they are. Okay. All right, so 4 thumbs. As far as I can tell, they are all 4 exactly the same. And so therefore, I'm going to just put 2 of them back, excuse me, in the storage here, and we will use the other 2 right now. And while I'm here, I should grab these parts for the other hand and just set them off to the side because we'll need them shortly. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about fingers. This is the wrong hand. The back side of the hand here is the wrong one. So that one goes there, this one goes here. There we go. Let's find some open finger hands. That's not the right one. Maybe just some fists. Yeah, we'll do that for now. I suppose I should find the other one for the other hand while I'm here too. All right. Set that to the side. Let's see if this fits in here. It's a weird wrist. It's like kind of super long. But I guess once it's up here in this connection where it connects up into the arm, it doesn't look so weird. I'm not sure that these are the correct fingers for this kit. Yeah, I guess they are. So yeah, we have one arm. As I sort of feared, I'm not super happy about the milky white transparent plastic. It's okay, it's not great. I predict that I'm going to like the probably the torso of this kit a lot better than the arms and legs, because it's going to have not very much white and mostly blue and red and yellow, which to me all three of those transparent colors look a lot better. So keep my hands clean. All right, we'll do the other arm kind of quickly here. Nope, this one goes on this side. And then what? We need this one and this. I just looked up at the preview and I noticed how very shiny this thing looks under the lights. It doesn't look quite that shiny in person. I seem to be missing a part. Ah, I left it in the bin over there. I would say that's probably actually been one of the more challenging parts of building this kit, at least in the way that I chose to do it, with you know, just cutting out all the parts and then painting them all and trying to keep them sorted into batches and not losing parts. That's been tricky. So just because, like I said earlier, it's almost like two Master Grade kits worth of parts. So just to have like storage bins and stuff to organize everything and hopefully not to drop or lose any parts along the way has been a little bit nerve-wracking. But I think with any luck that I have managed to keep all of the parts correctly sorted and not drop any on the floor. I guess we'll find out. There's always the chance that we'll get to some part of the build here and I will be looking for a part and I won't be able to find it, and then I'll be sad. But I don't expect that that will happen. I think it'll be okay. I really like how the little round gold details turned out on these arm joints. I didn't actually look to see if you can actually see them. Yeah, unfortunately not really. It's like down underneath there. You can kind of see it. The shoulder seems a little bit loose. Alright. Stop messing with the built stuff and work on building the stuff that still has to be built. I don't know how this part got here. This is part of a foot, so it probably goes there. Alright, let's build this hand. Correct. Let's leave it this way. Just turn the hand this way. That'll be fine. I'm a little surprised with the number of extra layers of paint that I put on these parts that the fingers seem a little bit loose on both hands as far as staying in place there. So that'll be something to keep an eye on and something that I might have to tighten up somehow in the future if I'm going to do very much posing of this kit when I go to photograph it. Alright, two very shiny, reflective arms. My thoughts so far, it's okay. Maybe I should be more excited than that, yeah? Yeah, I came into this build not thinking that I was a fan of clear color kits. There have been a few things that I've enjoyed along the way, but I don't think that I'm going to like be converted and be like, oh, clear color kits are the best ever. That seems unlikely. Let's go back and build the torso and the head. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to need all of these parts. Is that it? No, I missed one right there. Cool. And I think all of these and these. So I thought there was a scratch here on this part, but it's actually just, there's like some mold artifacts from the back side of the kit showing through, or from the back side of the part. That's all right. All right, so this pile of parts looks a lot more interesting than those arms, and I think the result will look a lot better, in my opinion. We'll see. Keep my hands clean. I'm looking ahead, trying to decide how many of these polycaps I want to actually trim off of the runner here. Because, unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to need quite a few of them. Alright, we'll stop there for now. So, this one. And this, which looks like it'll probably be the neck joint. That's my guess. Like the ball joint for the head to attach into. My painting on the back side of these vent areas here like turned out kind of messy, but it's gonna be covered by this. Yeah, it'll probably be fine. I don't want to go back and touch that up now. Too late to make changes. This side looks better. Oh, I need one more of these. Alright, so I guess the order here matters. It wants me to put this up here first. I guess, yeah, you just hold this there while putting this in here, and that fits there and there. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put that one in first, and then I'm just going to slide this one down into place. Like so. So you can usually tell the age of a master grade kit, the rough age, like, you know, approximate, by how many polycaps it uses and where it uses them. In this particular case, these ones that are kind of here as part of the triple joint in the shoulder are a little bit worrying to me, because I feel like they won't hold up with a lot of movement over time. And more modern master grades definitely would not use a polycap here. They would use a regular molded part. The good news is, it looks like they're not really going to be super visible, even through the clear outer frame, or the outer armor, so that'll be good. I guess we're about to find out. Well, maybe they're a little more visible than I expected. Once the arms are snapped on there, it won't be too bad, I guess. Yeah, it'll probably be fine. These blue and red transparent parts look amazing in person. Yeah, I guess they're coming out pretty good on camera too, but yeah, they look really, really good in person. Speck of dust. Keep my hands clean. Yeah, looks good. Awesome. All right. Let's keep going. So I don't have the pilots. Well, I do. They're somewhere over here in the box. I have not painted either the standing or the seated pilot figure. I may do that and come back and put the pilot in here, but I think there's a good chance I'm just going to leave it out. I did paint the inside of the cockpit, and I'm not sure that that's going to come out. Like, I can't get a good angle at it, but the little screens and things have a little bit of added color just for interest, which you totally can't see once it's pushed back in there. Yeah, oh well. Let's see. This one goes on this side. Yes. Right, right. Those don't feel like they're seated in there all the way, but I think they are. And we'll find out as soon as I put this, assuming that's next. It is not quite next. Let's do this first. Yeah, so when I snap that in, I'll get to find out if those need to be pushed in a little further or not. Yeah, see, that one fell out already. So not a good sign. That is correct. Interesting. All right, let's put this back in here. These gloss-coated transparent parts, like once I added the gloss coat to them, they have a kind of sticky feel to them just because they're so slick. They would almost rather stick to my fingers than stay in place where I want to put them, which is interesting. So we'll let gravity help out by holding this in this orientation for sliding these things in place, I think. And that should make the whole thing a lot easier. Maybe easier. Maybe not. Interesting. All right, so the fit here is a little strange. I'm gonna leave this cockpit pulled out just a touch because I think that's gonna help to get this all oriented the way that it needs to go here. There we go. And this is supposed to snap in there. So shiny. All right, now I think that I'm actually going to use the little reflective stickers that they gave me. Assuming I can find them. Here they are. So like this one here is just meant to go on the back side of this green piece here, transparent green piece. Just to give it that little extra shine. Does it matter here which is the front, which is the back? It does not. Nice. Yeah, so actually even on camera that's showing up, like you can see it shining a little bit through there, reflecting. So now we can put this in here and make sure it looks right, because I don't think it's ever coming out again. Yeah, that looks nice. Cool. And then what? They want me to pull out the cockpit. So this is kind of cool. Once I got that all like put together correctly, I don't know if I can show this on camera well or not, but like when the cockpit pulls out, there's this little bit right here that I'm pointing at with the toothpick that's actually like the screen that would sit in front of the pilot. And as the cockpit pulls out, that screen tilts up, and then I broke my toothpick. Tilts up and slides back so that you could see all the way in. And I suppose you could, if you were the pilot, you could successfully get in and out of the cockpit that way. All right, anyway, they wanted me to pull that out so that we can attach this onto here. The waist joint is prone to breaking on this kit. Thanks for the heads up. I will watch out for that for sure. This front part of the chest piece doesn't seem like it wants to stay completely pressed back into place either. Like right here, there's these two little tabs, and they are wanting to slide out of position pretty regularly. I agree that it's designed kind of weird. In my experience so far this morning, I agree that it's been a little bit weird. All right, cool. This little cockpit screen thing is kind of fiddly as well. You fold that way so that I can bend it down this way. There we go, okay. Then we can slide the cockpit back into place. It might be more finicky. Also, you know, I've painted the inner frame, right? And I mentioned earlier, I tried to not put too many layers of paint, but there's a base coat, there's a primer and a base coat, and then, you know, some hand painting and some dry brushing on every single one of these parts. And so I'm sure that that has some impact on the fit as well. Although now that I've got that pushed back into place, these little two gaps that I was concerned about over here on the sides of the chest are closed up and looking fine. So that looks really nice, by the way, on the front here of the chest. I like that a lot. Yeah, good chance this will be my first and last clear-coated or clear-colored kit. Just because, I don't know, I like to paint my kits, and when the outer armor's clear, like, what are you gonna do? So which part of the waist joint are you warning me about? Because these two parts that I'm putting together right here have this weird like side to side rocking thing where they feel like they're meant to, oh, there it goes. Okay, I was gonna say it feels like they're meant to snap together and they weren't, but there it goes. All right, that probably helps. All right, I like this a lot better than the arms so far, as far as the final look of it. Are we sure? So the instructions say this snaps on there. It is, if it snaps, like, I'm afraid of breaking something here. Okay, whew, we did it. I forgot to put the yellow collar bit on. Hopefully that's not something that got covered up by something else later. No, I think we're fine. Okay, we'll go back and do that in a second. These two bits here are what's still needed. I guess I should slide this on first. Clean my fingers. Nice. All right, so before doing that, let's go back and grab this and just place it right down here. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. It annoys me that I can see these two round polycaps that are back here in the shoulders. I guess you don't notice them unless you know what you're looking for. And also, once we put the arms on, it will kind of cover that up anyway. So let's do that now. There we are. Not bad. All right, what's next after I keep my hands clean? I guess the head. So with the head, I'm going to experiment with these shiny stickers again, because I think we can optionally put them behind both the eyes and maybe the front camera on the front of the head to potentially get more shine from those, just like we did with the Age logo there on the chest. And so we'll see how that goes. Let me grab the parts we need here. I think it's just those, and then all of these. Right? That should be it. Yeah, so like these, I'm pretty sure we could put this sticker on the back side of those eyes. Let's try it and see what happens. Perfect. Does it make a difference? Maybe. We'll do this one too. Since I had the sticker sheet out anyway, might as well. Yeah, I think it makes a tiny difference. Okay. Thank you, sticker sheet. Go away now. Yeah, cool. All right, let's build his head. It does not look very complicated. What's next? This one. Trying to keep all of the dust out from between the parts as best I can. All right, next question. Yeah, I guess the answer is going to be yes. I painted some of the detail in here with this copper color, but that, you know, right back here on the back is where the rear-facing camera should be. So, the answer is going to be yes to the question of, do I use the sticker that they provided for that camera? And yes, I want to do that. So, let's make sure I grab the right one. That's the correct size. It's this one here. So just when I thought I was done with sticker sheets, it turns out there's this one. Cool. And what? Sides of the head. This one goes this way. Yeah. So some of the color that I painted underneath, come on, camera, focus, correctly or successfully shows through like the mohawk there, which is nice. I still think that the transparent white should be somehow a little more transparent, a little less milky. But it's okay. All right, this is the neck joint, and the instructions have not asked me to assemble it. Where do they do that? Ah, right there. Okay. Yeah, I figured there would be a polycap to go in here. I suppose I should not have put those two pieces together yet. Come on. There we go. Put this in here first, and then connect the joint from the other side. Yeah, that'll be fine. Cool. Hey, he has a head now. Let's go. Yeah. Nice. All right, so if you've built any of these clear color kits before from Bandai, I'm curious your thoughts, because I'm honestly still not convinced. I'm gonna keep building this one, and I'm going to finish it and display it and take photos of it and all that, but I'm pretty sure at this point that I'm not going to try to build another one of these again in the future. So it's fine, it's just not my preference, I think. Let's make sure we haven't skipped anything. Yeah, waist unit, then legs. Legs first. I don't know. We'll just go in order of instructions here. So waist unit is next, which will be all of these parts. Yeah, and all of these parts. And then some poly caps that I don't have yet. I'll get them as I need them. I guess at some point too I have to go back through this pile of random finger parts and figure out which ones are for this kit. Pretty sure those are. And those as well. And then there's probably some trigger finger ones for the weapon. So like this one. Is there the matching one for the other hand? There's a beam saber holding hand. I don't think that one is what we need here. This is the opposite of that one. That one's a no. That one's a no. No, yes. Alright. Those might be... I think those are all the fingers for the Age-1 Normal. The way I was determining that, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this on camera or not, but some of these fingers have two little rectangular tabs here to snap into like the back of the palm where they snap in. These ones for this version have a single rectangular connection. I assume the two rectangle connection one is for the spalling. Which was, if that's the case, smart of them to design it that way so that you'd be able to tell them apart. These skirts are going to look a lot nicer from the back than from the front, just because you can see through to the little pegs that hold the outer armor on. But I guess there's no avoiding that. Alright, these two are not exactly the same. And the one I need is this one. Yeah, I need the other side. There we go. Interesting. When's the last time I cleaned my fingers? It's been a while. Let's take care of that. All right, and we need the back skirt that attaches on to the side here. This connection here is a little strange because when you snap it in, it then becomes like super loose. I'm hoping something comes along to help to hold that in place later on. Because if not, it's going to need some work to make it posable. All right, let's turn the page and see if they're going to give me something to hold those back skirts in place a little better. Yes, I think the answer is going to be yes. Oh, more polycaps. How exciting. Is that the last one? Yes, for now. You go where? Oh, right there. I see. Does that make sense? I guess it does. Fine. Okay. Now, does it matter which one of these is the left leg and which one's the right leg? I think the answer is no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, they're the same. Okay. They want me to rotate them all the way to the back. Good luck with that. There we go. Got it. Cool. Now, I think that these two little extra bits for the back skirts here are what's going to hold those other two floppy parts in place. So, you go on this side. You go on that side. I have some tiny flakes of metallic paint on my fingers, which is not great because that means they came off of something. Yeah, I think they came off of these two round parts that are the hip joints when I pushed them into place, but they're fine. There are no visible chips anywhere. All right, cool. So now we should be able to put this on there. This is a very strange waist unit design, for especially for the skirts. Yeah, and then that snaps in there, and that keeps that part that was very floppy held in place. Very unusual. I mean, it kind of works in the end here. It's gonna be, I think, solid enough. It makes for sort of weird motion of the skirts. That's actually kind of interesting. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that turned out a lot more solid than I was expecting. As I put it together, it seemed like it was going to be weird. I also have the parts here for the side skirts, which I think in the instructions they wait to have you put those together until you're putting the legs on. Yeah, they do. I'm just going to do those now. So we're doing that, and then putting this on here. And then we'll go ahead and snap these on here. I will work around them when putting the legs on later. Do beam sabers go in here? They must. See, now I'm just skipping all around. Yeah! Alright, I've got those somewhere here too. Cool. So this goes here. And this goes here. Turn it the correct way. There we go. All right. That's better. So let's put the waist on here. Side skirts are like weirdly rectangular in the way that they come out from the side and then straight down. I've never noticed that looking at drawings of this design before. It's weird to me how, like, when you build a Gundam design, you notice things that you might have not noticed from just looking at pictures or line art or things like that. But yeah, those side skirts are super rectangular and boxy. All right, what time is it? We've been going for like an hour and a half. That's actually not too bad as far as the amount of progress. The plan was to try to finish the whole putting together this thing all in one stream, one sitting here. Get a drink of water real quick, but yeah, I think we've got time. I guess the big question is, should I do a leg and then another leg, or should I build them in parallel? And I think because of the way I have the parts sorted, I'm going to do one leg in its entirety and then go back and do the other one. Just because I have the pieces split up in that way. Yeah. And all of these colored parts here, which are mostly just going to be white, and then red for the feet, right? So I gotta say, my favorite of the transparent colors is definitely the blue, which probably means that in the final display of whichever version I end up displaying here, it's gonna be the Spallo, isn't it? Because all of these blue parts here are for its arms and legs. And then it's got some of this like transparent black, which is like a very dark grayish transparent color that looks really cool too. So anyway, that'll be for a future part of the project, but I imagine that this Age-1 Normal version is not going to last very long once I have the other colors available for arms and legs. Every time I cut out a polycap here, I'm going to cut out its matching friend and set it off to the side, because we will definitely need those for the other leg. All right, that's good for now. Zoom back into the close-up, and I will try to keep this in frame as I build it. I think that I've actually done a decent job of keeping things in frame today. Given that it's been so long since my last stream, I'm a bit surprised that I haven't noticed my hands, wandering and drifting out of frame. Because that's typically an issue that I have to think about. These are red parts, aren't they? And you go here. Leaving fingerprints. Oh, nice. When I painted this little blue section here, I didn't look ahead to see what was going to be behind it. But you can actually kind of see it through this clear white part. Ankle armor is next. Looks like. Which way do you go? This way. And then this slides over that with these two little notches at the bottom. Okay. That goes like that. This goes on here. Good. And we're probably done with that foot for a while. Here, I'll just put it up there. All right, this is forward. This little detail here is the front of that part. And then this goes this way, right, right. And then these two here are not the same. So this one is this side. Yes, correct. And then this one is this side. Clean my fingers. That's not going to go there. It's going to go here. Okay, and then this one slides down this way. This is a strange leg design too. These are all 19s? Yes, they are. All right. This is obviously a knee joint. That is the correct direction for that one. This is the correct direction for this one. I was kind of hoping that this was going to be one of those inner frames that had some like working piston type of detail on it. It isn't, which I think is unfortunate because given the clear outer armor and the extra attention that I wanted to put into the inner frame, it would have been cool to have some sort of like motion detail on the inner frame. But alas, this kit does not have such things. Yeah, this should be cleaned up a little better. Oh, you're not going to be able to see that anyway, right? Because hopefully there's something that covers up this little opening. There must be a part that snaps over that. Yes, okay, great. Yeah, so fortunately, well, maybe not fortunately, I planned ahead. When I painted and dry brushed these parts, I tried to be careful about thinking about how they were going to fit together, so I didn't end up with any weird, like, harsh edges where the shading changes drastically from one part to another, where they meet up. And so far, it looks like I've been successful in doing that correctly, successfully. Did we miss a step? Did I not put, yeah, I did not put front and back armor on this upper thigh section. Oh, hello. You are a paint chip. Go away. Oh, there's also a little, oh no. There's a tiny dot, which may be a dust speck that got trapped inside of the gloss coat? No, it came off. Okay, excellent. All right, crisis averted. We're good. All right, you go there. And this is the back one. Do you have specs? No, it was just that one part. All right, so now this goes up here. This goes in here. There it goes. Yeah, so a lot of the detail that I painted on those two parts inside there, you can't see at all. Sad. At least it wasn't stuck in the plastic. Yeah. I've been cleaning my hands as I've been assembling this thing. We actually started with gloves on, but that was too much of a hassle. So I took the gloves off, but like I'm so afraid that I'm gonna finish building this thing and then be photographing it and find that there's like a little speck of dust or a fingerprint or something that I can't get to clean up. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it as clean and keep from trapping dust and little fuzz and hairs and things like that inside as I put it together. I guess I won't know for sure how successful I was at that until I finish and then I'm looking at close-ups of photos, because really, like, for me, that's when I notice problems like that, and usually by then it's too late to fix anything. All right, are these two the same or different? They are slightly different. So you are the one that fits on this side, correct? Correct. And you are the one that fits on this side. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the waist section, for me, it's not too bad or weird, but it had a weird design for sure. It seems like it's holding together okay. Okay, so this piece right here, I think is meant to be black, actually. And there's a color correcting sticker that came with the kit to put onto it to make it black. I'm gonna leave it metallic inner frame colored on purpose because that's what I want it to be. So there's a leg. I'm gonna set it off to the side. We'll hold off and put both legs on together. The knee sticker, yeah, you just asked about the knee sticker. No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave it with this dry brushed metallic look. Which I think, you know, goes well with, for example, up here on the head. Same thing there, right? Where some of the inner frame is sticking out up there. Is it? Let me find it. Oh yeah, interesting. All right, let's open this sticker just so at least I can have taken a look at it. It's thicker, isn't it? It's got a texture to it. Yeah. Huh. Does the mic pick up that? Can you hear that? Yeah, it's a thicker material and it has like a sort of matte texture on the outside. Weird. All right, this is empty now. Let's just put it off to the side over here. And as soon as I get these parts out of here, this one's now also empty. So after this leg, all that's left are weapons and shield. I guess there's just a beam rifle and a shield, right? Well, it's not just, yeah, it's not just the master grade, the design of the master grade kit itself, right? Even the mobile suit design is sort of strange. Like, why have a black piece of a knee right there when there's no other like example of that color really anywhere else on the mobile suit? Interesting choice. All right, I should have all of the polycaps that I need already cut off of the runner now because that's not the right one, because I cut them off when doing the other leg. I do think that I, for the most part, like the design of the Age kits. For the most part. So I just realized, does it matter? It kind of does. I just realized that this little joint here that holds the ankle armor later on has a front to back orientation that I did backwards on this other leg. So I'm contemplating whether it makes sense to take that apart and fix it. And I think the answer is yes, I should. Because I don't think it's going to be that difficult to do. He says, and then proceeds to have to take apart the entire foot. Yeah, pretty much the entire foot. It's fine. We'll take this front part off here, and then I'll be able to turn that around. Just being careful not to chip the paint at all while I do this. Part separator. Carefully, so that I don't chip the paint. All right, we've done it. I thought. Hooray! All of that just to turn this that way. Cool. And now it all goes back together. And then I guess we'll see if the ankle armor looks like it fits differently. It'll probably sit back that way on the ankle just a touch more than it was. Yeah, interesting. It would probably have not been noticeable. I heard the door, which probably means that my boy is coming to check to see if it's lunchtime. And the answer is no, let's finish building a Gundam first, and then it will be lunchtime. Ah, fuzz. Wait, clean my fingers. All right, where'd that polycap go that I was about to put right there? All right. I forgot this. I guess I should actually work from the instructions and not just from memory, having built the other one just now. But I'm sure it'll be fine, right? You go this way. Hold on. Let's make sure those are lined up correctly. There we go. No, this way. Yeah. This goes this way. Right. Right. Now I'm going to actually pay attention to the instructions. Probably. Instructions might be a good idea. You think? Eh. Instructions are probably overrated, right? The pieces only fit together one way. So if you try enough combinations, you'll get it. You go this way. All right, I guess I should now pay attention to the correct orientation of these parts. Or the knee will not bend correctly. There we go. How did you turn out dry brushing wise? Yeah, it's not bad. Cool. Usually I would like maybe build some sub-assemblies and then do the dry brushing work over the top of all of it together, because then you definitely get, like, where pieces match up, you get the right type of shading. This time I actually tried to predict how that was going to look and dry brush from the correct angle or with the correct amount of extra texture to make it match up, and that kind of worked. So that was a fun experiment that I may remember for future things. This is one of the only kits I think that I've ever, like, as far as fully painted custom kits that I've ever built that I didn't do any type of like snap build or anything like that ahead of time. I just got the parts out, prepped them, painted them, and this is the first time I'm putting them together. So that's unusual for me. It's faster, that's for sure, and I didn't have a lot of time to work on this, so that was part of the reason for choosing to do it that way. Alright, this one goes on this side, and this one goes on this side, I think. Yes, yes. Clean my fingers. Is there any? Yeah, there's a little bit of separation there in the knee. We didn't check the knee bend on the other leg, so that's what it looks like. It kicks this part out just a little bit right there. Strange. I guess it works. All right, let's put this guy's legs on. So shiny. That's weird. Definitely going to be an interesting one to try to take photos of. Just because the outer armor is transparent but also super glossy. I guess I made that worse because I gloss coated it. But it did make it look more transparent when I did that, so I think it was the right choice. Fingers. Alright, I'm going to build a beam rifle, or whatever they call it. It's called a Dodds rifle. Okay. Thank you, instructions. And the shield. The shield's super simple. And since I see the parts here and they're very obvious, let's just do those first. Somewhere there's this, yeah. And a polycap. 14. We're gonna use the entire polycap runner, I think. As long as 17 is somewhere in that gun, it is. Interesting. All right, I'm missing one more thing. It is it you? No, yes, no. It's the one with the ball joint. There's two parts that look almost identical. Yeah, except that one has a ball joint on it. The other one just has a straight peg. Back of the shield looks nice. I'm happy with how that turned out. I also made the choice with this one to not use any of the markings. So it came with stickers, which I would never use anyway, and then a few dry transfers. So like there was an age emblem logo that goes right here on the shield. I looked at it, I thought about it. I decided for the aesthetic I was going for to leave it off. So there's the shield. I assume it snaps into the back of the arm here. Right. Right. And these should be all of the parts for the gun. Maybe a couple of little transparent bits for cameras. I think that's it. This goes this way. Yeah, let's build with my hands in frame again. That'd be cool. The last polycap. Let's see. So, they suggest putting a sticker on here, on this camera lens. I don't think it needs it. What sticker is it? Oh, it's this one? No, I like it without better. Oh, I see. That was done in the wrong order because this piece holds that little camera lens piece in place once you slide it down here. Yeah. So that goes that way. Another opportunity for a sticker is here. And again, I will pass because I think this looks fine without it. On both sides. Yeah. Cool. I like the design of this weapon. It's nice. Am I missing a part? I was missing a part. It is here. Right, this is the action base connector. It is the only piece that is left, other than the beam saber effect parts. So let's grab a trigger finger hand. Is it you? It's you. That seems right. There it goes. And then I guess this, yeah, this slots into the back of the arm here in the same way that the shield does on the other side. The shoulders are more sturdy than I thought they were going to be. I thought it seemed like the flap here was too loose when we were building it. They're not terrible. So yeah. There it is. I should find myself a different camera angle so that I could stand it up here on the desk and you guys could see that, but I don't have that camera angle, so instead I will stand it up like this and then lay it down like that. There it is. Yeah, I'm happy with how the painted details came out. The parts of the inner frame that you can see look good. As I mentioned earlier, the blue and red transparent parts I think look excellent. The white ones I'm not so excited about. Which again indicates that when I finish building or painting the other parts for the arms and legs for the Spallo and the Titus, I'm likely to choose one of those as the final way to display this thing rather than leaving it in this form. But for now, that's what we got. I'm excited. I built a Gundam. It's been so long. Yeah, cool. I'll get this guy on probably on an action base and take some photos and stuff. Post them sometime in the next couple of days, I hope. Assuming I have time to do such things. Yeah, thanks for watching. That's gonna be it. I'm hungry. It's time for lunch. Like I said, my kid probably wants lunch too, so I'm gonna go find him. We're gonna get some lunch. And I'll be back to build the other arms and legs for the other versions of this thing once I've got them painted. I don't think I'll stream any of the cleanup or painting on those. It seems more interesting to just stream a build. But if you guys have another idea about that, let me know. Leave a comment on YouTube or chat here on Twitch and let me know. If you want to see me sitting at the spray booth for hours and hours just spraying, seems kind of boring, but whatever. Let me know what you think. Yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. That's going to do it for now. See ya.